We're just going to play our game, move the ball, play as a team, look to get Fletcher open, just kind of what we've been doing all year. But this game on Friday, it's huge. It's battle of who's going to be probably SEC champions. I know Snyder's 2-2 in the conference, but they're looking to give us their best game possible, and that's how it is with playing everybody else. They get their best game against us, but we're all excited for Friday.
Yeah, you look at their team, and they got Lambert, they got Jenkins. I mean, two guys that are averaging over 50 points combined. What do you do to kind of slow down that offense that's been so potent for Snyder this year?
Just get them out of the rhythm. That's what's going to be key for us. We're going to have to play top of our A game on defense and just get them out of the rhythm. And I play with both of them on AAU. They're both really good players, but I think getting them out of the rhythm will be key for us.
You've kind of been the hunted team this year in the SAC, coming off a conference championship. So what's the mentality heading into a big game like this when you're kind of the team that really has the target on your back?
Play our role. Just play as what we've been doing the whole season and what's getting us the wins. Move the ball, play solid defense, look to get Fletcher coming off screens. Just play us. Don't try and get to the other team's version of basketball. Just play our game.
You guys obviously had a good win against Southside last Friday night, and then an overtime win against Blackhawk the other day. So what is it about this Homestead team that you're doing well that you're looking to carry over to Friday?
It's our fight and passion. I mean, last night we blew a 15-point lead, and passion was still there. We played hard, and we ended up getting the win. But it's just our passion and our fight is what is keeping us together.
And final question. You were, I guess you would have been a sophomore when they played here last. Snyder did, and John Barnes hit that three-quarter court shot, which is like one of the most iconic shots we've had in years in Fort Wayne. What do you remember about that, and how hungry does it make you to make sure something like that didn't happen again on your home floor?
I mean, you can remember it vividly. I remember sitting there. He inbounded it. I remember watching him shoot. I was like, oh, my gosh. I mean, it's just watching him going, he hit the shot. I mean, when's he going to hit that again? When's that going to happen again? But it feels it. I mean, it's back at our place again, and we're definitely remembering that and be ready for Friday, be prepared, and play strong, play hard.
Good deal. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you.
Good deal.
Obviously, they're a real tough team, and we're going to have to come ready to play. They're out to get us. We beat them last year. We won the SAC last year. So we're looking at their firepower, how they like to get up and go, and we're going to have to stop that.
With Aiden Lambert and Carson Jenkins, they have one of the top scoring, backcourt combinations in Northeast and in the state probably. So when you take a look at that, how do you plan to slow them down and do what you guys do defensively?
Yeah, we know how talented they are, and we know how athletically gifted they are. Obviously, they get up and go, and we're going to have to stop that, get back on defense, and limit their possessions.
For you, what is this Homestead team doing well? I mean, you come up with an overtime win at Blackhawk yesterday, another tough win against Southside on Friday night. What are you guys doing well that you're looking to carry over?
Yeah, I think defensively we've been real good. Obviously, last night Blackhawk came back a little bit on us, but we held Southside to a few points, and we've closed the game out well, and we've won. But just really closing games out and winning them, doing what we do best.
For you, you're the focal point of the other team's defense pretty much every night. So how have you been able to still put up kind of the numbers that you've been able to put up offensively, even though, teams are really gearing to stop you?
Just being patient. Obviously, teams are out to lock me up and do what they can do, but my team's trusting me. My team's trusting me to get them the ball too, and really just coming out, being patient, and trying to get the win.
Do you pay attention to like Mr. Basketball, what people are talking about, that chatter kind of out there in the state of Indiana?
Yeah, I know it's a race going on. I know it's something that I'd love to win. It'd be something real cool to do. Only Swanigan's done it here, but it's a real great award to win, so it'd be cool to do. But I'm just focused on winning the state championship, and I think that'll help win the award.
Final question, what are you most looking forward to about this Friday night's game? I mean, two big-time opponents. They got guys can score. You guys got guys that can score?
I think it's going to be a real big crowd. I'm looking forward to hearing the noise every time something happens, but really just hoping for a good game this Friday night.
All right. Good luck, my man. Getting into this Snyder game, what are you looking forward to, and what are some of the things you guys are working on to prepare for what the Panthers present?
Oh, we're working on a lot of things. Panthers, very scary. They have 5 guys, all can shoot it. 5 guys can all get to the rim. They're very quick. So we will have our work cut out for us come Friday. So, hopefully we'll have 2 good days of practice come tonight and tomorrow to get ourselves prepared. Had a tough one last night against a very good Blackhawk team. Hopefully we learned a few things from that and what we need to work on and what we need to improve upon. But, looking forward to the challenge. We've had a tough schedule this year, putting ourselves in a position to figure out what we need to do to make ourselves better, against these SAC foes and once we get to the postseason.
You kind of touched on it. They've got a lot of scores, Carson and Aiden in particular in that backcourt. So what do you need to do to slow them down offensively, knowing that this is a team that can score?
Well, that's the thing, and that's going to be our challenge, is make sure, hopefully we're contesting their outside shots. But what makes them so scary is that they can get to the rim also, and they're not afraid to get to the rim, even with our shot blockers. So that's what makes them so dangerous, because they can stretch the defense and also really get to the rack with their speed and quickness.
For this Homestead team, what are you guys doing well? I mean, you mentioned the Blackhawk win last night in overtime, and then Southside was a tight game last Friday night. What are you doing well to pull out some of these close games? How do you carry some of those things over to Friday?
Well, I mean, I think at times we execute. Third quarter last night, I thought it was probably the best basketball we played all year, as far as execution-wise, making the extra pass, hitting the open shot. Andrew Leeper attacking the basket, something that we've asked him to do for 2.5 to 3 years now. So at times we look good, but then at times when you're dealing with young men, sometimes they forget the whole aspect of what they need to be doing all the time. So. Just trying to put a whole game together is what we're trying to work on. And, we look from a coaching standpoint for perfection. We know that's not going to happen, but you try to get kids to understand to reach that goal and trying to get to perfection.
I asked Leeper about this, but last time Snyder played at your place was 2 years ago. John Barnes hits a three-quarter court shot, and one of the most memorable shots we've had in the last few years here in Northeast Indiana. What do you remember about that, and how much does that fuel you guys to make sure something like that doesn't happen again, where Snyder walks off your court with a victory?
Well, we didn't want to give him a layup that day.
Yeah.
We thought that we should have guarded him better. You look back and from a coaching standpoint, always what could you have done different? Could we have missed the free throw? Those days are over. I mean, that's been 2 years ago now, 2 years removed. I've been in this for a long time. We've been beat on three-quarter court shots several times. Now, I remember Southside shooting one years and years ago, beating us that way. But, that's something that we just got to, forget. These kids, I'm sure some of them remember, some of them don't. But we've got to make sure that we don't put ourselves in a position to where, they can hit that last second shot. We're going to have to make sure that we're dialed in for 4 quarters, because we know it's going to be a tough opponent come Friday night.
Good deal. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.